Hello, I thought I'd create a short video since you have been asking me about the pendulums that we carry at our boutique, as well as the varieties of them, because we have different styles. A lot of them are made out of crystal. So, but before we get into using them, I want you to know that it's important for you to clear your space and set the tone, connecting with your guides and angels to help you in this process. Okay, so number one, getting your mind ready and freeing yourself from internal or external noise through grounding, anchoring, breathwork, meditation. Okay, and doing your body scan. That's what's worked for me. And I found that very helpful before I do any type of spiritual work. And I want to also let you know that in time, as long as you keep practicing those essentials, that you get so in tuned with yourself and your higher self that it's not going to take you how long it took you when you first started. Okay, sometimes it'll take me just a blink of an eye. That's how quickly I can connect to the other side. Okay, so but it takes practice, and practice, as you know, makes perfect. All right, so that's the first thing you do is make your mind clear of any clutter, okay, or worries before you do any spiritual divination work. Okay, the next is position yourself and your pendulum, meaning that you want to sit straight, and if possible both feet flat on the floor so that you're grounded into the earth. Grasp the pendulum like this between your thumb and the forefinger. Okay, or if you prefer, you can grasp anywhere along the chain, as long as you leave a couple inches between your fingers and the pendulum's weight. All right, so this works too. Arch your wrist just slightly, not like this, but just ever so slightly. I like to hold my pendulum like so. Okay, so there's a significance to why you hold it with 3 fingers. It's just so you clear and you hold the energy. Okay, and that's also a symbol for divine help to come through the pendulum. So once again, that's how it works for me. That's how I was taught. All right, so now we can program the pendulum. And when I was learning, I actually learned to do this. So on the far right, I wrote and circled yes. The far left, I wrote and circled no. And in the middle, I wrote maybe or rephrase. Okay, so this is how I know which way the pendulum turns. So yes is clockwise, no is counterclockwise, maybe it just goes front and back. So that's what's worked for me. So now you could develop your own. As long as you tune into the pendulum, it'll tell you, or you'll be able to know, okay, with the help of your guides and angels, which way is yes or no or maybe for you. Okay, so let's try. So you can always ask your pendulum a question. All right, the first thing I ask my pendulum is just to know that I'm communicating with them. Just after I've done all of my essentials is, are we in communication? Okay, so that's telling me yes. Now it's important for you to set the pendulum down after a question to clear it, okay? To break that question. And I'll talk about clearing your pendulum at the end of the video, okay? So ask it another question to program it, okay? So, is my name Sheila? Okay, do you see how it's going counterclockwise? No? Okay. Put it down and clear it. Okay, so next question. What should I eat for dinner? So the pendulums actually only will answer yes or no or maybe. So if you're asking what should I eat for dinner, it's not going to tell you what the answer would be. Instead, rephrase it to, should I have shrimps for dinner? Okay, well apparently this one's saying no. Okay, so anyway, so that's how you program your pendulum. Okay, there are varieties of them. These are really pretty ones. This is the rainbow moonstone, and it's a dual pendulum. Actually, you could wear this pendant here, the black onyx, and you can put it on a chain, and now you have a necklace, right? So very pretty. We carry these at our boutique, so if you're interested, just let us know. So it's the same thing, you know, you ask your pendulum, are we in communication? And it's going to answer yes. Okay, put it down. Next question. Is my name Karen? Okay, so this one is saying no, right? And it's the same with this one. Any pendulum. See, this is one of my favorites. This is the golden healer. Very powerful. It's the same thing. Okay, so let me tell you how to clear your pendulum now that you know the basics on how to use them. Okay, you always have to store them in a really nice soft fabric like this. Some of the pendulums, you'll be so in tune to your pendulums that it tells you what bag to use. Like sometimes they'll just show you what bag to use for storage. So the way I clear mine is actually using sometimes sage, or I make my own essence. Okay, so this is rose water with some of my favorite essential oils in there with rose petals. So that, and this is charged with light energy. You could also charge it with Reiki energy if you are attuned to Reiki. You could do the same with your pendulum. Sometimes that is how I clear them, is through Reiki. Okay, so that's one way. Another way is again using sage. And if you want to clear the crystals in your pendulum, just be careful. If you want to run them under water, just make sure that it doesn't wet the silver parts of the pendulum, because it might tarnish. All right, so put it, or you can even put it in sea salt overnight, like just the tip of it in sea salt, and you let this dangle like this. Okay, so those are good ways to clear your pendulum. All right, I hope that helps, and I'll see you on the next video. Maybe we'll talk about the oracle cards Thanks for watching.